Today we're talking about police officers who went so far that a higher authority needed to crush their egos. From a cop who illegally searched people on the street to another who trespassed on someone's property. These are some of the worst cops ever. Let's go to the videos. Let's get this video kicked off with a scene where some cops walked up to a man just sitting in his car. It was parked, not moving at all. These cops seem to forget something pretty basic. You can't just ask for someone's driver's license unless they're actually driving. But here they are, asking this man for his license just because he's in the driver's seat. And they never even bothered to explain why they approached him in the first place. Do they even go up to like dogs that are sitting in the front seat and ask for their license? It's like they expect everyone just to go along with whatever they say without questioning it. But the man wasn't having any of it. He knew the law better. You see, no one with a lick of sense is going to listen to these cops who can't even explain why they need to see your license. One of the cops tried to play a sneaky game, suggesting that the man must have driven to the spot where he parked. But honestly, that has got nothing to do with the moment they walked up to him, since he wasn't driving right then and there. The cop even went so far as to threaten to give the man a ticket, but the man stood his ground, unfazed, even though it was clear that these cops were trying to intimidate him. It was about time they ran into someone who knew their rights and wasn't going to just roll over.
When you got here,
you were in the
I was
driver's
in
seat.
the vehicle,
You were in
driver's
the
seat.
driver's seat.
I was in the driver's seat, but I was not driving.
Okay. Were you in the driver's seat in this vehicle?
I had just parked. When he showed up, I had parked. Okay? That's it.
So you admit to driving to this place?
I admit that I pulled up. Okay?
You just your driver's license?
No, because I'm not driving. Okay? I'm not driving. Huh?
Is this your car?
My father's. Why?
Okay. I need to see your driver's license because you did admit to operating this vehicle.
Not when you were here.
It doesn't matter.
When I need to be driving. I need to be driving. Okay?
No,
I need to be driving. You give me a citation, you can put it in the mail because I'm parked the wrong way.
No.
Yes, that's how it works. You give me a warning or you give me a citation and put it in the mail. Because if you you can go down to that guy, you can go down to that guy and the other one over there.
So
give them a citation.
You were in the driver's seat of this car.
It doesn't matter. I was not driving. The car was in park.
The car's in park and the engine's running, correctly?
It doesn't matter. It was in park.
You were operating the vehicle.
It was in park.
Okay. So
when it's in park, the car is not operating.
Yes, it is.
When it's going, when it's no.
Yes, it is.
If it's parked, it's in park. It's in park.
The engine's running.
Yeah, but it's in park.
The wheels are not turning. So
Exactly. That's not a violation.
That's not what I said. It's operating. If you look if you look at the traffic code, that's the definition of operating.
No.
The car is not moving, so he's not driving.
Exactly.
So
the car needs to be moving in order for me to get a citation. If you're going to give me a warning or a citation, you put it in the mail. And you put the other guys in the mail. Because look, he's in the wrong way. The guy in the red truck over there.
I can only drive.
Then there's a black car over there facing the wrong way.
So here's the thing, okay? I can't deal with him and you at the same time, right?
Well, yeah, but you can, after that, you can walk over there and
I
deal.
could. I sure
Yeah,
could.
and you won't do it because right now you're retaliating because I'm being.
Retaliating?
Yes, you are.
How am I retaliating?
You're going to give me a citation, right?
That was what we were discussing, yeah.
Okay, well.
I asked you for your driver's license.
Yeah, I don't need to give it to you because I'm not operating that vehicle.
You were when I
the car was in park.
You were operating
the vehicle
when I
was in park.
Up. Yes, because if you're in the vehicle and you're in the driver's
seat, it doesn't matter. The car has to be going.
However, the cop tried his best to control the entire situation and to be the main character there. He started by demanding the man identify himself, asking for his name and date of birth. Oh, poor stupid cop. He seemed to think that his badge gave him some kind of special power and authority. When that didn't work, he quickly switched gears. The cop then claimed the man was parked on the wrong side of the road, but when the man pointed out that the other cars were parked just like his, the cop dodged the question, telling him not to bring it up. Undeterred by his failed attempts, the cop came up with yet another reason. It makes you wonder just how many excuses he had up his sleeve. Now they said he showed up because they got a call about a man causing a disturbance. He even threw around words like investigation. But when it became clear that there was no crime, the cop accused the man of playing some sort of game that they wouldn't fall for. So then why are they still here, hanging around a man who hadn't done anything wrong, trying to pin something on him? At one point, they even criticized the man for having his keys in the ignition while he sat in the car, even though that's perfectly normal. Ironically, their police car was running the entire time, even though they're supposed to take the keys out when they step out.
In order for me to get
What's your name and date of birth?
I'm not giving you that.
I'm asking you for your name and date of birth.
Is it a direct
order? This is lawful detention at this point.
Okay.
And I'm asking for your name and date of birth.
Don't need to give it to you.
Yes, you do.
No, because I did not do anything wrong.
You drove on the wrong side of the roadway.
I'm not in the wrong side of the road.
Yes, you did.
It's parked right here. Everybody's parked like that.
How did you get to this side of the road if you didn't operate the vehicle on the wrong side of the road?
We live on this side of the road.
I understand that.
Okay.
And we
Okay,
just park like this.
So no, you pull in from the other way.
So-
Because the vehicle is parked facing traffic, and that is.
And that car over there is too?
We're not talking about that.
That car over there is
We're
too?
not talking about that car.
Look, there's a white car way over there, the black one.
Yeah. We're not talking about that car, and we are conducting an investigation.
What's the investigation?
And the disturbance that we were sent here to.
What's the disturbance?
I don't know. You
Only
were
him
here.
because he didn't want to get off his truck and take a picture. We had just pulled in the park, and he got all uppity.
And he said, "Can you move so we can?"
So what's your name and date of birth?
I'm not giving it to you.
Not your name and date of birth.
I have to be committing a crime.
You are committing a crime.
I'm not committing a crime.
So I have three.
What is it?
So you drove on the wrong side of the road. You parked on the wrong side of the road.
Okay.
And now this vehicle is sitting here with the keys in the ignition running, and it's unoccupied.
Is yours on?
Yep.
Your car? Is it
No, you shut
occupied?
it off, didn't you? You shut it off.
It's off. Actually, it's off.
No, I'm not driving.
Oh, but if she
We're
was
not
to do
talking
it.
about me. We're talking
Okay,
about
but
this
it's
car
about me.
right here, right
So
now.
I'm violating. If y'all leave the car on, which I do all the time.
Sure we do, because we have a lot of electronics in
Yeah,
there.
I have a lot of electronics too.
You don't have enough electronics in there to be a problem.
How do you know?
Okay. So you just want to play the game. That's fine.
Okay.
You live here?
Yep.
What's your name and date of birth?
Not giving it to you.
We're conducting an investigation.
What's the investigation again?
I just told you there's 3 offenses I'm investigating.
Okay, wrong side of the road. He's on the wrong side of the
No, we're
road
not
too.
talking about that. I'm dealing with you right now.
Okay, and
I'm
after
not
that,
dealing
you're gonna
with
go
him.
over there?
Absolutely.
You are. So I'm gonna record you going over there.
You can record me if you
Not being
on the wrong
occupied,
side of the
and it's
road.
not being occupied.
It was occupied when I walked up.
Okay, but was it driving?
When his other tactics failed, the cop went back to his original accusations. Now he was insisting that the man had been operating the vehicle. The man admitted that he had, and it seemed like the cop was just waiting for him to say that. I don't get why he was so eager here. It's not like he had caught the man in some big gotcha moment. The real deal was that the car had been parked way before the cops had showed up, and that should have been the end of the story. But no, the cop went too far when he started threatening to run the man's license plate through the system if he didn't identify himself. But do you know what the worst part of it all was? The man was actually right in front of his own house the entire time. He knew he wasn't causing any trouble. There were neighbors around, and if they had any issue, it makes sense that they would just talk to him, right? As far as parking goes, it matters that the neighborhood keeps to what they're used to, and it was clear that nobody was bothered by how anyone had been parked there. Really, the cops weren't needed there that day. There's so many actual other crimes out there waiting to be solved, yet somehow they always seem to find time to fuss over small stuff like this.
No, but
That's
you
not
had
a
to drive
that's
it to
not a
get here.
violation.
You had to drive it to get here.
I did.
Okay, so you admit that.
I admit it. I drove it. Yeah,
Okay.
but the car was parked way
So-
before you showed up
Right.
here.
So where's the manual mirror at?
I don't know, man. Go look for him.
I'm not asking to look for. I don't want to go look for him. I'm asking you.
No, I don't know.
Okay. Well, he's wanted. That's the reason why I asked. So.
Well, that's
He's got
him.
expired DL.
That's him.
He lives here though.
He used to.
He used to. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a ticket for the parking violation. And y'all can work it out.
Yeah, we'll take care of it. That's how it's supposed to be.
No, you were operating the vehicle, sir. I'm
No.
not gonna argue about it. I saw you.
Okay.
That's the way it is.
You didn't see me
But
operating.
I'm not going to press the issue today because it's just not worth it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and if you are a manual, then, and I find out later, I'll just file the failed ID future justice on you,
Okay.
and that'll be that. So if you're not, then you got nothing to worry about. But that
Exactly.
registration is, November, so y'all are good there. But you can't park on the wrong side of the road, just
Well-
like that man right there can't park on the wrong side of the
Well,
road.
you need to go talk to them too.
You don't
And
need
they,
to tell me how to do my job. First
and you
of all,
need to go
I'm
talk
here,
to
but
them
as
as
soon as we're done with this,
I mean, you're gonna have to go up and down the neighborhood because everybody does it.
okay, well, you do that.
No, you
Okay,
can do
that's
that.
fine.
You can do that. You're retaliating because of that.
Because of what?
Because you got a disturbance. There's no disturbance. There's no reason for me to show my ID either
Okay.
because I haven't done nothing wrong.
So,
You
yeah.
give the vehicle the citation, not me.
There is, because you were in the driver's seat when I got here. Were you
Okay.
not?
Yeah, I was in the driver's seat. I'll admit it.
You admitted that you drove over here.
How do you know? I was parked.
You said you did.
I was parked when you got here.
You said you drove over here.
It doesn't matter. I told you I drove. Okay, but the vehicle was parked
That's
here way
fine.
before you got
I'm
here.
not going to argue with you anymore. We're just going
You're the one that's arguing about it.
No, you're the one that keeps
I'm just
telling
telling.
me
I'm
what
correcting
to
you.
do.
I'm correcting you because you like cops like putting words in people's mouth.
I'm not putting words in anybody's
The
mouth.
car The vehicle was parked right there way before you got here.
When a cop noticed a journalist filming inside the police station, he saw it as a chance to show off, but he never expected to end up embarrassed. And here's what went down. The cop walked over to the journalist and asked what he was filming. The journalist didn't hesitate and said he was filming the police. The cop found that odd, but just because something's unusual doesn't make it illegal, right? However, the cop wanted the journalist not to expect a good reaction to his filming. But that's where the cop got it wrong. Filming police is part of the journalist's constitutional rights. As far as I know, all cops swear an oath at the start of their careers to protect these rights. Yet here they were, acting as if those rights didn't even exist. The cop went on to say that the other cops didn't like being filmed either because it supposedly slowed down their work. But honestly, they didn't seem too busy if they had time to worry about a man with a camera. Clearly, the journalist filming them wasn't really slowing them down, now was it? It sounds more like they just needed an excuse to complain.
What are you doing?
Making a video.
You're making a video of what?
About the police.
Of the rear of a police station? Does that not seem a little bit suspicious to you?
Well, that's where you'd
Or a
find
bit
police
odd?
officers, is it not?
Well, it seems odd.
Where else would we find police officers? Other than a police station?
Behaviour, is it? You're obviously trying to get a reaction for your YouTube video.
Okay,
And
so you know exactly what it is, but you still come out here insulting people,
Well, I've come out to find out what you're doing.
saying it's weird.
No,
And,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
tell by your behaviour that's
Okay.
what your reaction is, or your intention is.
No, I've already explained it a couple of times, but I get frustrated having to explain it more and more and more. Because these guys came out, asked me what I was doing, I told them, and then they said they didn't believe me, so, you know, they started making accusations that weren't true.
Well, I'll tell you what I've come out, because someone said someone's outside filming the police station.
But I'm
and they're
inside.
Listen to me, you asked me, I'll tell you, right? And they're interfering and interrupting police officers at work.
Okay.
So that's why I've come out.
You should probably go speak to them then.
Well, that's why I've just spoken to them, and that's why I've come out.
Okay.
Okay.
So have you been to speak to them?
So what's the purpose of your visit? Why are you actually in here?
To make a video
Of what?
about the police?
You've come in here to just record police officers
Yeah.
in a police station randomly.
Yeah.
Okay, you're just wasting our time, aren't you? So we'll just leave it to it. Okay, are you just going to stand here for us today, are you?
I'm going to stand here as long as I want.
Understand that's an invasion of privacy then, don't you?
What is?
Well, if they're engaging with a solicitor
Yeah.
in a private consultation
Yeah.
and you're filming it, that's
Yeah.
not allowed. We're
No,
not
that
allowed
would
to
be,
do it. Why would you be allowed to do it?
That would be an invasion of privacy, you're
Well,
right?
then why would you point a camera through a window into
Well,
that,
as I've already told these two guys, I wasn't filming then.
Can we have a look at the start of the video then?
No.
Why not? If you haven't
Have
filmed
you got a warrant?
Okay, clearly your behaviour, right, is causing an issue and you're now interrupting the...
He's having a great time, he is.
You're
He's
clearly
having a great time.
obstructing the work of police.
No, you can all go back to work.
No, we can't. Because
You can all go back.
The cop told the journalist he wanted him to leave the police station. It was about time for him to realize that he wasn't there to have his every wish granted. Meanwhile, the man told the cop, along with the other bunch of other cops surrounding him, to get back to work. But of course, the cop went back to complaining that they couldn't because the journalist was supposedly keeping them from their duties. I mean, we're in real trouble here if we're relying on cops like these. How can we as citizens trust public servants who are so easily distracted? The man then asked the cop what would happen if he decided not to leave. Do you think the cop just let it go and went back to his work? No way. He accused the man of being childish and just there to stir up trouble among the cops. Needless to say, that wasn't the case at all. They were the ones who approached him and not the other way around. However, things got really heated up when the man for the umpteenth time refused to follow the cop's orders. Furious, the cop then threatened to arrest him for obstructing the police. Of course, any reasonable person knows that obstruction is a secondary charge. We talk about it all the time here, and you can't be arrested just for that.
Work, no
You're
problem.
obstructing police officers, okay? You're stopping them doing their work, and you're now having an impact, okay? So I'm going to ask you to leave. It's as simple as that.
And if I don't leave?
Well, you're going to have to leave.
Why?
Okay, because you're committing an offence, you're obstructing police in the
You can all go back to work, no
we
problem.
can't, because you're filming solicitors.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, that's what the allegation is.
Okay.
Right? So you're going to now have to leave.
So you'll have to investigate that allegation, won't you?
Okay, well, we'll speak to them.
Okay.
But at the minute, I'm asking you to leave. Now, please leave.
And if I don't leave?
Well, I'm asking you to leave.
Well, I'm declining
Why
your
wouldn't you
request.
leave?
Because I'm here to make a video. When you guys go, I'll be finished.
Well, what do you mean when we go?
When you guys have gone, then I'm finished my
Well, no
video.
one was here before.
And then I'll be gone.
And you weren't finished where? You listen. You come here for this purpose, haven't you?
I've come here to make a video.
You've come here to provoke a reaction. It's very, very childish. That's what it is. It's really childish.
Okay.
You need to grow up.
Okay.
Okay, and stop being silly.
Okay.
If you do that again.
Do what
if you-
again?
Listen to me.
Do what again?
I'll
What did
explain
I
to you.
do?
Shut up and I'll explain.
You
it
shut
to
up,
you.
never mind shut
Okay?
up. Do you think he's talking to you?
Interrupt the officers conducting.
They came out to me, I didn't interrupt them. They was in a room separate to me, nothing to do with me.
Duties, okay, you'll be arrested, okay, for obstructing police. It's as simple as that. You've been warned.
Yeah, if you obstruct
Do
police,
not
you get
do it
arrested
again,
for obstructing
okay?
police. I didn't do it the first
Okay,
time.
well, that's
so
what the allegation is.
I didn't do
okay?
it in the first time, so
That's
never
what
mind,
the
don't do it
allegation
again.
is, so do not do it, okay?
So go and investigate the allegation
Okay,
then, officer.
that's what it is.
What's your number?
That's
I'm going to be
what it
making a complaint about you.
You can make a complaint all you
I will
like.
be.
If it makes you go away, crack on.
I won't be
okay?
going anywhere
No
until
one's
you've gone.
interested.
You'll go before I do.
I doubt it very much.
I know before I do.
Okay, well, we'll see, won't we?
Okay.
We'll see.
Yep.
I'm not going to sit here and have a childish, pointless argument.
Go on then, back
Do
to your
not
job.
interrupt the officers.
Do not interrupt me again. Doing my job. Okay.
You haven't got a job.
Have you ever met a cop who decided to waste your time just because he was bored? If not, consider yourself lucky. But for this guy in our story, he wasn't so fortunate. The cop who approached him was far from professional. And the main issue? The man was taking photos in public, which is totally within his rights under the First Amendment. Even the birds in the trees are used to people snapping pictures as part of their press freedom. This cop came up to him and asked what and why he was filming. But when the man didn't feel like answering, the cop lost his cool. He told the man that he shouldn't be so secretive and that he was just curious about the filming. That right there, sir, is the problem. Since when do cops think they can just walk up to anyone who hasn't done anything wrong just because they're curious? The man wasn't interested in why the cop was alarmed about his filming, especially since he was in the city center, surrounded by old and beautiful buildings. What's so strange about taking photos there? Maybe the guy was just a tourist. Clearly, cops shouldn't be bothering people for things like this.
Do you want to engage with me or?
What's your name?
My name's PC Coy.
And your shoulder number?
1592.
1592. You are?
Or are we going to be like this?
You want to talk?
Conversation?
You want to talk to me about my private business?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that?
Why are you being like this?
I'm not being like this. What am I doing?
Right.
Nothing.
Okay. I've asked you quite a sensible question.
I know.
Okay.
Try and keep
Right.
some distance between us.
Okay. Why are you being standoffish with me?
I know, because he just came to me with these weird
Right.
questions.
And I've been quite polite.
Okay.
I've explained to you exactly why I'm
You
asking.
didn't. You just said to me. What did you say to me again? Why am I recording?
Okay.
I was recording with this. Yeah.
You heard what I said to you.
Yeah.
It's a sensible question.
Okay.
If you don't want to engage with me, that's fine, but I'm just interested in what you're doing, that's it.
Oh, right. You have
I'm
it.
entitled to ask a question. I'm not saying that you've done
Okay,
anything wrong.
let me show
I'm
you
asking
something.
a question.
Let me show you something. Look around.
Right.
Look around. This is Coventry City, yeah?
Right.
It's a lot old buildings, as you can see. Look at it. Yeah. So, if you see somebody with a camera, you shouldn't be alarmed.
No, I'm not
Officer.
alarmed. I'm interested because you're standing next to a
You're
cash and transit
interested.
delivery truck, and I was interested in what you were doing. You're the one.
That truck.
You're the one that has been defensive.
Maybe you
over
should
this.
ask him to move. He's fighting somewhere illegal. That's what he should
Listen to
do.
me. You're the one that's been defensive over this.
I'm not being
I've asked
defensive.
I've asked you a sensible question.
I'm not being defensive. How?
You are being defensive because immediately you've got a camera out. You're taking chronological
Well, just to keep a
details.
record of the conversation.
You're being very strange with me, sir.
No, I'm not. How am I
You're very
strange?
strange.
I'm not strange at all.
Right. So do you normally have a conversation like this with your mobile phone out, taking details of people you're speaking?
When I speak to the police, absolutely.
Okay. So have you had bad experience with the police before?
Have I had bad experience? Why are you asking me this question?
Because your reaction is strange.
If I speak to the police, yeah?
No,
I'll
that's not what
record.
I asked. I said, have you had a bad experience with the police?
When you asked me, is that normal for you to record? And I said to you, when I speak to the police,
Yes.
I keep a record.
Okay.
Is that normal for you to record?
Right. The
From
reason
that
I'm
camera?
recording is because
Yeah.
you're acting strangely.
However, the cop tried to twist the situation, claiming it was suspicious that the man didn't want to answer his questions. Has this cop ever heard of the Fifth Amendment? It says that no one has to answer the cops if they haven't committed a crime. The worst part was that the police didn't realize how uncomfortable they were making this man feel. Everyone around started looking at him as if he were some sort of criminal just because the cops had stopped him. Once the cops had shown off their power enough, they decided to leave, but the man wasn't going to let it go so easily. He asked the cops for their business cards with their names and badge numbers, and of course they brushed him off, pretending that giving out that info wasn't part of their job. What would you do if you found yourself in this guy's shoes?
You turn your phone on.
Let me ask
That's
you
why I'm
something.
recording.
Don't delete our record because I will ask for a copy, yeah?
Well, if you're going to complain, they will look at the complaint.
I will ask for a copy for that camera.
Right.
Do not delete it.
If you have an issue,
I don't have
you come
an
and speak
issue.
to an inspector at the police station. This goes onto a docking system where it saves.
Is there a reason why you're dribbling?
Listen to me. This goes onto a docking station where it is saved for 28 days.
Okay.
If you have an issue, you come into the police station and it will be saved for longer.
Do you know what you just done now?
What?
Everybody's looking at me like if I'm a criminal.
Right.
For
okay.
no reason.
Listen, I've got no problem with the way I've interacted with you.
Yeah?
You're behaving strangely. You're not going to give me the
So
details.
hang on, you're going around training this guy, I guess.
He's not training me.
Are you want to become a police officer one day, or are you happy with where you are?
Your attitude is very poor, and I've
Sorry?
really got no interest in you. I'm going to put the cameras on you to see what you do, okay?
Say that
Goodbye,
again.
have a
I'm
nice
talking to
day.
you. Have you got your designated card on you?
I'll see you later.
Can I see your designated card? Excuse me. I want to see your designated card, PCSO. Are you refusing to show it to me? PCSO, I'm addressing you. Are you refusing?
Goodbye.
I want to see your designated card. I need to see your designated card.
You can see his card number.
So I need to see his designated card, which you're obliged to show me. You're not showing it to me? You don't want to show me your designated card. You have to show it to me by law.
Don't have to.
Sorry?
Don't have to. I'm not engaging with you any further.
You did engage with me already.
Why are you following that?
Because I need to see his designated
You don't
card.
need to see it. You've seen his collar number. You've got the identity.
You've engaged me, now I need to see his designated card.
You've got the collar number.
And I haven't
That's
seen
all
your collar
Listen
number
to me.
yet.
My collar number is 1592.
I need to see it.
Details.
I know,
My
but
details.
became
ACOI.
Yeah.
1592.
1592.
Okay? You got the details. If you want
I just
to make
asked
a
for his
complaint,
designated card.
listen to me. You don't have
I don't need to
say that.
listen to
You can see his
you.
collar
I don't
number.
need to listen to you.
I've explained
Stop
to you.
approaching me like that.
I've right. Stop behaving strange.
You need to
I've
keep
explained
space
to you.
between us.
I want you to hear me.
Keep space, keep space.
I want you to hear. Right. Okay. If you want to do that.
Keep about a meter when you talk. You need to keep a meter. Yeah, it's called a walk of shame, by the way, guys. Don't approach people in that manner again. Just because you got a costume, it doesn't mean you can tell me what to do. And PCSO will be complaining about you.
Now let's talk about a situation where some cops entered a man's house without a warrant and without his permission. Yeah, you heard that right. They came to collect CCTV footage because of a fire they mentioned, but instead of asking the homeowner, they asked his elderly mother for permission. And this poor woman was so overwhelmed and confused that she just let them in. Imagine coming home to find a bunch of cops inside your house without any legal right to be there. The man who owned the house was furious. And honestly, who wouldn't be? Picture this happening to you. I bet you'd be pretty pissed off too. Despite the homeowner demanding that they leave, the cops just ignored him. They acted as if they had every right to be there, completely disregarding the fact that they were trespassing. Isn't it surprising that the cops think trespassing laws don't apply to them too? What's more, they could have handled the situation way better. Instead of being hasty and rude, they could have taken a minute to calmly explain why they needed to be in his house. A little respect and clear communication can go a long way, especially in a situation as sensitive as entering someone's home uninvited.
Get off the property, mate.
Herbert.
You're violent.
Okay.
We don't have violent criminals on the property.
I'm
You
not
know
that-
that already.
Listen to what I'm...
Off the property.
Right, we're just going to go up and have a look.
Whoa, off the property. Off the property. Off the property, mate.
Explain to you, Herbert, we have a search warrant.
No, it doesn't comply, mate. Show me it here.
I've just downstairs your
Show
copy.
me it here.
I've just left a copy with your mum.
Right. You know you're engaging in criminal activities.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Get out the property. You trespassed. Get off the property.
We will soon.
Get off the property. You
You don't
trespassed.
need to, Herbert.
Yes, you
All right.
do. What are you investigating today? Another fire. Have you seen the fire? Oh, you too, the criminal. Another criminal, violent criminal. What are you doing here? Why are you here?
I've explained to your mum, Herbert, all right, that we're looking for CCTV footage.
It's got nothing
Okay.
to do with you.
That's fine.
It's our intellectual material. You've got no right to it. You don't have a higher claim over our property than what we do
I'm
you?
not saying I do.
So can you get off the property? Get off the property. 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 Get off the property.
You listen.
Now, the man didn't mind letting the cops in if they really needed something crucial for their investigation. The main issue was that the cops didn't have a search warrant and yet acted like they owned the place. Even after all this, he was still puzzled about why there were so many cops hanging around his yard, making him feel really uneasy. However, the situation got even more tense when the chief became unnecessarily aggressive. He demanded the man show him how to get into another part of his house, threatening to break down the door if he didn't comply. Now just imagine how unsettling it must be to have someone say that to you. As the man led some of the cops around the yard, he noticed that others were still inside his house. It made him wonder if they were just there for some CCTV footage, what they were hoping to find in his kitchen. It's curious how cops always seem to be looking for more than what they initially came for. And this kind of behavior can make anyone feel like their privacy is being invaded. It's not just about the inconvenience. It's about feeling like your own home isn't safe from intrusion. When cops act this way, it really makes you question how they view their authority and the rights of the people they're supposed to serve.
Your children.
Get off the
I'm going to give
property.
you the opportunity to open this door, or I'm going to force the door and break the door to get
Just
inside.
go in the other door, mate.
Wait, how do I get in there?
Go in the other door. We don't consent to any more
That's okay.
violence.
Well, you tell me how I get in
Come
there.
here.
Go and
But-
fix it.
We're not accepting any more contracts, we mate.
That's okay. I'm not entering into a contract with you, Herbert.
Well, it's locked anyway. Come around the front. Well, no, it's quasi tacit. You think you have some search warrant. You don't have any authority. You've got the same authority in McDonald's, mate. You know that. What are you doing here again today? We don't come through your fucking police station, do we? Hey? Do we come and swing out your house, mate?
Well, I think you're right, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't swing. Do we come and swing around your house, mate?
Trying to make charges without fucking...
There
Hey,
was a
hey.
fire. There was a fire. Where was the fire? You did find the
Hey,
fire.
do we come and swing around your house, mate?
Your what?
Do we swing around your house?
I don't know.
Do we come and swing around your house, mate?
However, one of the cops who was out in the yard tried to ease the tension, but he didn't get very far. He told the man that they were just doing their job. But honestly, you don't need to be a law expert to see that intimidating people isn't part of a cop's duties. Cops are supposed to serve the public, not scare them. When the man challenged the cops by asking how they'd feel if someone barged into their homes without permission, they simply shrugged off the question, because they do it all the time. It seems like these cops were only interested in listening to things that suited them at that moment. Yet the moment the man brought up the word trespassing, the atmosphere changed. Suddenly, these cops decided it was high time to leave, probably because they realized they couldn't justify their actions anymore. It's quite telling when mentioning the law makes the law enforcers back off. It just goes to show that they knew they were overstepping their boundaries and had no real excuse for their awful behavior.
Do we swing around your house? Do we?
Thanks for your time, Herbert.
Do we swing out around your house?
Excuse me.
Get out of here, mate. Come on. Get out of here. Go. Just go. Stop swinging around, mate. Go.
Let him go. You towed miners the other night without a thing.
You at least have got a bit of an idea. That you got no
Statements
idea.
without any.
Get out of here, mate. Go. Go.
Charging people without. even
No,
paying.
you're right. You're right now. You're right.
Left all that police property all
You're
over
right,
the
are you?
property.
You are? Well, go.
Normally what you do is
You've got a
pick up your own
trespass
shit and
notice.
leave.
You've been trespassed, haven't you? Well, go.
Right. We're just doing what we've got to do and we'll go.
What, swinging around trying to contract? Do you have a higher claim over this property than what we do?
I've said I don't. I have a search
Right, well,
warrant.
what are you doing here?
We don't even have cameras. We don't have
Right,
cameras.
thanks for your time.
Get out of here.
And don't ever come back.
Don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. Don't do that.
No, I'm not answering anything. Right. So any information you gave today is illegal,
Okay.
right? Because you haven't had any authority to
thanks
be
for your
here.
time,
No worries.
Property the other night,
Thanks, buddy.
left all their property behind, spread all over the place. Didn't even pick up. You had 3 hours to pick up your own property. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Have a nice day. See ya.
And you criminal. Huh?
Have a nice day.
What's your name and number?
Happy New Year.
Meet a cop just like his colleagues before him who thought he was above the law. So much so, he made up a new law right there on the spot because it suited him. He claimed a man was disrupting the business of the building and that he, as a cop, had the right to arrest him for trespassing if he wanted. But let's get something straight, capo. Before anyone can be arrested for trespassing, they have to be warned, either verbally or in writing. Only if that person refuses to leave or come back can they be accused of trespassing. And here's the kicker. Trespassing can't even happen in a public lobby of a building, which is exactly where this cop and the man were. However, it wasn't clear to the man if the guy talking and threatening him was even a real cop. His uniform, if you could call a green shirt a uniform, read security. Of course, this rent-a-cop got really upset and it was obvious he was dealing with some kind of complex. He seemed desperate to convince himself and everyone else that he was a big shot with all this authority. And sadly for him, he'd be pretty disappointed if someone told him the truth about his actual authority. Meanwhile, the man decided to stand firm on his civil rights and even provoke the cop a bit more just to see if he would really go through with an arrest.
I advise you to leave the property.
Or else what?
Or you're going to be arrested, sir. We have the right to trespass you.
No, you don't.
Yes, sir, I do.
Am I disrupting business?
Sir, we have the right to deny anybody access
What law?
that we want.
What law am I breaking?
It's called trespassing after warning.
Good luck with that.
So, okay.
It's a secondary offense.
So, yeah, and it's
So
being
what's the-
committed in the primary.
What's the primary offense?
Primary offense is you're trespassing after warning. You're
That's
conducting.
that's not breaking the law.
Yes, it is.
No, what law am I breaking?
They have told you to leave.
For
and
what?
As a law enforcement officer.
For recording? Are you discriminating because I'm recording?
As a law enforcement officer, we're telling you to leave.
You're a law enforcement?
Yes, sir, I am.
It says safety and security.
Yes, sir, but
Do you
I'm
work for
also
the state?
a sworn law enforcement
Do you work for
officer.
Are you a
in
state
this
officer?
county. No, sir. I'm a deputy sheriff with the Osceola School District.
Okay. Do
And-
you have arresting powers?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so what law am I breaking?
You are trespassing after warning. So if you do not leave, I will have you placed under arrest.
I want your supervisor right now.
No, sir. There is
before you make a very big mistake, I advise you to get your
No,
advisor.
I advise you to leave the property.
Or else what?
Or you're going to be arrested, sir.
So if I don't leave right now, you're going to arrest me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're making a big mistake.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to, you're going to find yourself, your name's going to be on a civil lawsuit.
Okay.
What's your name? What's your name and badge number?
Lester Yates.
Lester
badge
Yates?
number 2676.
All right.
What's your name, sir?
Don't worry about it.
Then this cop told the man to ID himself. When the man asked which law he'd broken to warrant being asked for his ID, the cop looked confused. He clearly wasn't used to being challenged like this and struggled to find a response. This so-called cop eventually stepped outside the building, and the man decided to follow him just to push his buttons a bit more. The man pointed out that the cop should brush up on the laws if he really wanted to work in law enforcement. This suggestion obviously hit a nerve, so the cop whipped out his own cell phone and snapped a picture of the man. Maybe he thought this would intimidate him and make him leave. However, the man knew his rights well and chose to stay, determined to show the cop that not everyone is unaware of their civil rights. But the cop didn't realize that while private citizens can record and take pictures freely, a cop on duty isn't supposed to use his personal phone for such activities. That's exactly why body cameras are issued to police officers in the first place. Watch how the policeman who was super aggressive and confident in himself and his power slowly lose his smile because his ego is literally being crushed by this smart and educated citizen.
Let me have your ID.
No. What law am I breaking?
What law are you breaking?
Yeah. What law am I breaking?
Okay. You're fine, sir. Let's go.
You're right, I am fine. You need to learn the law. Tyrant. You're a tyrant. You're a tyrant. Lester right here, guys, has no business holding a badge. He needs to go he needs to go to a communist country. This guy's a tyrant as well. I'm going to FOIA request that. Don't delete that footage. That's a crime. You're a public servant. I'm a private citizen. I can take pictures and video, but you can't.
Come on, sir. Oh, you're under video because once you come on my ground,
Oh, I know.
you're under video.
I know. See, what's the difference with one more camera then?
Right.
What's the problem with one more camera?
Sir.
I'm trying to leave. You're making a big mistake. You just open yourself up to a big civil lawsuit.
Thank you, sir.
Tyrant. Did you get trained by the Gestapo?
Sir, you need to go to your vehicle.
I'll go wherever I want. I'm leaving the
You're
premises.
going to leave my property.
It's not your property, it's the state property, which is my property too. I pay taxes here, so.
Yes, sir. We all do.
Yeah. So you guys are discriminating, kicking me off of property because I'm video recording.
A cop went up to some people and asked if he could know why they were filming there. However, they told him he could ask, but that didn't mean they had to answer. The cop found it suspicious that he couldn't tell if these people were from America or elsewhere, as if that really mattered here. All he needed to note was that filming is an activity protected by the First Amendment. These people even pointed out that he should be more aware of their civil rights to avoid sounding ignorant. Despite this, the cop's ego got the best of him, and here we are to enjoy it. And he claimed he was just trying to protect his police station. How exactly were these people with cameras a threat to the police station? I mean, if they're so concerned about their station being filmed, maybe they should build walls around it so it's not visible from the sidewalk. This cop was so desperate to prove he was right that he even started saying he was doing all this so he and his fellow cops would feel safe. Again, this didn't make much sense because how can people with cameras make someone feel so threatened?
Hey, can I ask you guys why you're filming here?
You can ask.
I'm asking you why you're filming.
I said you can ask. I don't have to answer you, but you can ask.
Okay. Well, see, because I don't know if you guys are from this country, but it concerns us because you're filming the interior and the exterior.
You sound dumb because this is a First Amendment protected activity, sir.
I understand that. Oh, you're those guys.
What is those guys?
All right.
So basically, you were trying to pull on us, but you got caught, and now we're those guys. So now it's not going to work for you. What does that mean then?
Anyways.
Did we derail your thinking? Wait a minute. You answered to us. That's right. Kick rocks. You're dismissed.
Hey, just so long as
Hey, as long as you be quiet and don't violate no one's right, you're welcome to go. We don't need instructions. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You have a good day. As long as you don't give us instructions, thank you, sir. You have a good day. Thank you, sir. You have a good day. Bye-bye. Thank you, sir. Yeah, now that you know that we know our rights, huh? How does it feel getting owned, sir? You were about to go on a little spiel, wasn't he?
Yep.
He was about to go on a little spiel. Hey, get back in your car. You're making yourself look.
We're just protecting.
Can you get your hands out of your
I
mouth,
was just
please?
protecting my station.
You're soft, fool. Get back from me. Look at this.
Get your hands out.
You don't scare me, punk. You're just a punk, man. Without that badge or nothing, you wouldn't even be on these streets, bro. So get back in your car and get out of here. That's right. Get as mad as you want. You ain't gonna shit, man.
You're a sergeant.
Look at this guy. Look at this weapon for
You're a
photographers. Shame, bro. We'll see.
You could get this.
I don't care, man. You're nobody.
Okay.
You're
You get
nobody.
my last
You're
name.
nobody, man. You're
You get
nobody.
my last name.
You're nobody.
As long as you don't disrupt
As long as you
operations,
just go back
you're
inside, as long as you just go back inside, as long you didn't even have to stop.
In fact, I could even give you guys a tour.
No, thank you. You might
want
just
a
shoot.
tour?
No, knowing you the way you were looking at me, you might shoot me in there, man.
No.
Yeah, the way you come up on my personal space.
It's called officer safety.
It's called you need to go.
Okay. I'll give you guys.
You're dismissed. You're dismissed, bro.
I'll give you guys.
You're just making yourself look stupid.
Okay.
All this, you misrepresenting your station, bro.
I'll give you guys a
No,
tour.
thank you. You ain't giving.
You don't need to be out here trying to
Yeah, we're
instigate.
fine, man. We're fine. Instigate.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Now be careful, okay?
We don't need instructions, man.
Just
You need
be
to go.
careful.
You need to be careful.
Okay.
Be careful.
Just be careful.
You need to be careful.
Just
Yeah.
be careful.
Yeah, be careful.
Come on, 'cause it's
Keep
not
your hands
the
right.
safest.
Keep your hands where I can see them. This is
no,
citizen.
you keep your
No,
hands
this
right,
is citizen safety, fool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fool, sir.
Yeah, you are. You're acting like a fool, man.
Why?
You're acting like a fool, bro. We're from the streets. You're acting like a fool.
Really, from the street?
Yeah. I grew up right here on Lucas, bro.
First of all, sir, I'm not your bro.
You're right.
Okay.
You're my servant.
Yes, I work
Okay,
for you.
go back in your car and go.
No, you don't tell me what.
You're gonna go back in your car and you're gonna go. Eventually, you're gonna be dismissed. Listen, I'm dismissing you. Whether it's 5 minutes from now, whatever, you're gonna be dismissed and you're gonna go because you try to pull. You said one of those guys. As soon as you said one of those guys, it shows what you would have done.
However, the people filming noticed something else that was quite peculiar about the cop's behavior. He kept his hand on his weapon the whole time. It's hard to say whether he was trying to intimidate them by showing he was armed, or if he was genuinely nervous because someone was recording him. Either way, it wasn't a good look, and kinda silly. One of the people even told him to take his hand off his weapon, but the cop insisted that nobody could tell him what to do. He didn't appreciate it either when one of the men called him a tyrant. In response, the cop defensively asked if they'd ever met a tyrant cop before. Anybody got a mirror? It seemed pretty ironic because his actions were making him look exactly like one that moment.
Instigate by taking photos. You're one of those tyrants that change people's lives and
I'm a protector of the weak.
You're soft.
I'm soft.
You're soft, bro. Because you hide behind that and your hand on your
not.
gun. You're soft, bro.
I'm not hiding.
Look at me in the
behind
eyes. Like, you're soft, bro. Man to man, you're soft, bro.
Why don't you let go of your gun?
Yeah, you're soft, fool. Get back in your car.
Yeah, man, let go of your gun.
That's right. Be a man, dude. Kick rocks, fool. That's right. Kick rocks. We don't need you
Okay,
anymore.
I'm sorry. What does that mean? Kick
That
rocks?
means go. Kick rocks. Go. Get going. You're dismissed.
No one dismisses me.
You're dismissed. You work for us.
I do work for you.
That's right. You're acting like a fool. You're dismissed.
I'm protecting the station.
You're dismissed, sir.
Okay.
How are you protecting your station? By acting like a tyrant? Maybe getting good officers hurt by your demeanor?
No.
That's how you deal with. That's how you deal with the people that are not breaking any laws.
No, you gotta understand.
We're one of those guys, though, right? We're one of those guys. One of those guys that put you. Listen. No, one of those guys that just put your in check. One of those guys that just put your in check.
No.
Yes, sir. Why are you not? Why did you stop right there?
Because I was informed there's people filming outside the police
No,
station.
because I informed you that I know my
concern is
rights.
You guys
huh?
are terrorists.
Oh, you're the terrorist, bro. You're the one with the hand on your gun.
Yes.
You're the biggest terrorist. That's why we're filming.
Who's
LAPD, bro.
LAPD.
LAPD, sir.
Really?
Yes,
Biggest
sir.
gang.
How's your reputation, sir? How's your guys' reputation? How is your connect? How is your?
Amongst the good people of this?
Yeah, I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know.
For some unknown reason, we're tyrants. Why? Did you have a bad experience, sir?
No, because you just came and tried to exhort your will.
What will is that?
Wasn't it?
Yep.
You're
What
one of
will
those
is that?
guys.
What
Kick
will is
rocks,
that?
fool. Kick rocks.
What will is that?
Kick rocks, fool.
How intelligent are you, sir?
I don't know. Intelligent enough to put you in check.
Really?
Yeah.
How far education did you read?
How far did you? Who did you know? Who did you know? You're soft, fool. Who do you know that to become a cop? Who did you know? You got your hand on your weapon, bro, because you're soft.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're soft, bro.
It's protecting myself.
Hey, bro, you're gonna see yourself. You're soft, and I'm talking to you, man to man, dude. You're soft, and you're gonna be dismissed, and you're gonna leave, man, because that's why we do this, to put fools like you in check, so the other good officers don't get hurt.
Good officers.
Yeah, good officers.
What are those officers?
The ones we encounter all the time, man.
Okay.
Yep.
And you encounter me. Have I disrespected you?
Yes, you have.
And why?
By insinuating and saying those guys.
Insinuating those guys, meaning you hide behind cameras, trying to instigate law enforcement to overreact.
You're
you have a good day.
Yeah.
He thought he was gonna push us around.
Yeah, you thought you were gonna push us around, man?
A guy spotted a cop illegally searching someone on the street, so he decided to record the whole thing. However, the cop wasn't too happy about being filmed during his questionable actions. He started yelling at the guy to back off, even though the guy was already standing a good 10 feet away just to be safe. But the situation escalated quickly when the cop completely lost his cool and decided to detain the guy and even handcuff him. I bet that was a surprise now, wasn't it? Interestingly, the guy wasn't rattled at all. He knew that by taking this action, the cop had just shot himself in the foot by losing his qualified immunity.
Well, why are you searching him?
Listen, I'm going to tell you one more time to stand over there.
And I'm going to tell you, get in your car, read Glick v. Kunif. I have the right to stand right here. 10 feet. Are you detaining me?
Yep.
You have no right to stop my video.
I'm not stopping your video, but I'm telling you to stand over here. All right?
And I'm refusing.
Okay.
Glick v. Kunif.
Perfect.
10 feet.
Perfect.
10 feet. And you've unlawfully detained me. You've lost your qualified immunity. You're opening up this county to a lawsuit. Call the supervisor now.
Leighton, you're good to go, man. All right? Thank you.
Do you know what was the reason for him stopping you? Why did you violate this man's Fourth Amendment right?
Listen.
You had no warrant to search him.
Okay. He gave consent to search, so you can shut your mouth
Sir,
now.
did you give him permission to search you?
You didn't give permission to search because it's all on body cam.
I'm gonna do a request for that body cam,
Sounds
and
good.
if you did it,
Sounds good.
Do you have like a phone number or something? Your phone got stolen? Okay. Do you normally hang around this area?
Not really, but they see me around, you know.
Okay. I'll find you. I'll find you. Yeah, because what he just did was so unlawful, and you could. And he's going to get an investigation with professional standards.
Sounds good.
It does, and that's what's going to happen. Do you want to take these handcuffs off of me because you're unlawfully detaining me?
Do you have anything illegal on you?
I don't, and I do not
Okay.
consent. I do not
You are.
consent to any
You are
searches.
being. Hang on a second. You are being detained because you obstructed with my investigation after I told you to stand over there.
This
okay.
was unlawful.
Okay. Sounds
Glick v.
good.
Kunif sets a 10 feet precedence. I was 10
What's
feet
your
away.
name?
I'm not going to answer any
Okay.
questions.
Do you want to go to jail, man?
If you take me to jail, you're going to get a lawsuit.
Okay.
I'm telling
Sounds
you
good.
right now.
Sounds
You're
good.
already getting a complaint. You're lucky I can't file the lawsuit because you didn't violate my right like you did him.
The cop tried to defend his piss-poor actions by saying he detained the guy because he was obstructing the investigation. The irony was that the cop was worried about being distracted, yet the investigation he was conducting was itself illegal. He had no warrants or legitimate reason to search the man who simply didn't want to identify himself. This situation sheds light on a troubling pattern: cops detaining anyone who does something they don't like. First, it was a man who refused to identify himself, and now a guy filming a cop engaged in illegal activity. Finally, the man asked the officer to call his supervisor, pushing for some accountability in a situation that had clearly spiraled out of control.
We're gonna stand by until my partner gets here. He's gonna stand by with you, and then we're gonna get going. All right?
Do you want to call the supervisor here?
I'll call him in a second. I'm gonna wait till my partner gets here.
Okay. But I'm requesting a supervisor.
Sounds good. We can get you a supervisor. Not a problem.
This is ridiculous. You're not honoring your oath at all.
Okay.
There's no reason for you to search that man at all. He's minding his business. Just coming up to him, harassing him. Think he doesn't know his rights.
No, I
It's
think you.
fine.
I think
No,
you came up
no.
here and started obstructing with
I did not.
my investigation,
I did not.
and now you're in cuffs.
And I believe you should get in your car, reglick Kunuk. I was 10 feet away. I was using my First Amendment to say whatever I wanted to say.
Okay.
So what I was doing was perfectly legal. You're just upset that I came and I started recording you because you were you didn't have a search warrant to search him. He said no, you did not have permission to search him. And your body cam better be on.
Oh, it's on.
Okay, and I'm going to request a video from this search.
Go right
Seeing
ahead.
if he gave you permission to search
Go right
him.
ahead.
You make good officers look bad. Can I have your name and badge number?
You'll get it in a second. Don't you worry. It's all on the call. I'm gonna give you a card with my name and badge number. Don't you worry.
Perfect.
As if one cop wasn't trouble enough, his rookie partners joined in. The guy tried to explain that he was just filming from a public place, but these cops were having none of it. When the guy asked the newbies who came as backup for their names, they just told him to read it off their business cards. They seemed to think it was beneath their dignity to actually speak back to citizens, so they tried to skate by without completely ignoring their job policy. However, these cops were the classic bad types, who only spring into action when they need to back each other up. They claimed that their colleague hadn't done anything illegal, and that they had proof on his body camera. But that wasn't true at all. The guy filming had a video where the man being searched admitted that he never gave the cop permission to search him. So much for the cops doing the right thing.
I can stand here if I want to. It does. I can stand here if I want to.
At all.
I can see it from public, can't I?
No.
Yes. Yes.
can't.
He needs to create the privacy.
No.
I can see it from public.
You have no reason.
You guys
look at
need to
it
stop
through
playing
the
this
screen.
game. You guys do
nobody's
not have
playing
any
a game.
expectation of privacy
Nobody's
in public.
playing a game.
Yes,
But
you are.
technically,
Yes,
if
you are.
detained, he can technically just put you in the back seat of the car.
Well, then that's what he should have been did a long time ago. And if you do it, he's getting sued anyways. It's okay.
I don't know who be giving y'all these false hopes.
It's not false hopes. It's law. What you swore to
Well,
uphold
then,
and protect.
Well, then, if you know the law, then you should be aware that as long as you have my name, I don't necessarily have to.
Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office
Because
Rules
if
and
you can-
Regulations Chapter 4 requires you to state it.
So
I
if
can't
you
read.
can quote
I can't
something,
read.
then you have to-
I can't read.
then
I can't read.
believe-
It was read to me by an employee up there when I did the public records request.
Sure.
Are you going to state your name?
I'll write it down. I'll even give you a card, okay?
How about you? Are you going to say it with your mouth?
You got my card.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
Well, the
You're gonna be able to
punishment
get
is just
that.
suspension, so
Okay.
look forward to suspensions, both of you, and you're both being unprofessional.
Sounds good.
There's no reason for you to just not say it. No reason. There's no reason for you to just not say it. Just say it. That's it. That's all you got to do. I didn't choose this job. I didn't say I was going to follow the rules and regulations. That was you.
What do
not
you need?
me.
The call number? I got the call number. 528.
Was that the incident number that you just told him?
We're done talking to you, man. We're done. Right? Stop asking questions. We're done. Okay?
It's good for you, right?
Yeah. We're done talking to you.
I'm acting silly. Your partner's over here corrupt, searching people without a warrant. The man clearly told me that he didn't have permission to do it.
Call on body cam. Don't you worry.
Oh, and I got it
You'll
on
be able to
video
see it
too,
on
where he
body
said
cam.
no. And when I do a public records request for it, it better be on there where
Okay.
you got consensual permission to search him. Because I'm gonna find him. We're gonna go up there. We're gonna do complaints on you. You'll get sued. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna post you on the internet. I hope your family comes across it. You're gonna know you're a dirty cop. That's crazy.
These cops just stood there next to the guy completely silent, not caring that he was being detained for who knows how long without any reason. They had heard from their colleague that this guy was messing with his investigation, so they just echoed that claim. But how could they claim anything at all when they weren't even there when it all started? The guy made them one clear promise, that they were going to be sued and they would lose their qualified immunity. It was about time these cops realized that they can't just do whatever they want. They aren't above the law. They're supposed to enforce it. This kind of behavior from cops isn't just wrong, it's a serious misuse of power and erodes trust in the public. People expect cops to uphold the law with integrity, not bend it to fit their needs whenever they feel like it. The man's promise to challenge their actions legally was a strong stand for his rights and a reminder to these cops that their badges don't grant them unlimited power.
You know that? Second time. It's crazy. I'm starting to think that your department is harassing me now. I can't hear you.
He already told you to move away.
Excuse me?
He's already told you to move away, and you still interfering while he's trying to.
Oh no, I'm not interfering at all. I was not interfering at all. He just got upset. He didn't have a search warrant. I came, I asked. He knows he was doing an unlawful search, and now he decided to detain me. And now I'm gonna go home, make it my mission to find case law where this is unlawful, and then I'm gonna sue you. You're gonna lose your qualified immunity. It's ridiculous. Public records request on your entire file. You're gonna see your salary, your disciplinary record, everything, your education, all of it. The wrong guy. I don't even care about you, it's him.
Finally, the supervisor showed up, and the guy wasted no time explaining everything that had happened. He clearly described the whole situation and why the cop had detained him. However, the supervisor turned out to be a real bummer. Instead of helping, he told the guy that he couldn't be released yet. It makes you wonder what the point of supervisors is if they're not going to correct their officers when they mess up. It's no surprise everyone acts like they can do whatever they want when there's no good example being set. When the supervisor came, the cop's ego should have been crushed. Instead, their ego got boosted.
How you doing, officer?
I'm great.
I had one of your deputies. He's illegally detaining me for recording him while he was conducting an unlawful search of a man, and he says that I was obstructing. He had no warrant. I asked the man said no. He said it was consensual. The man said no. I hope he has his body cam on because I'm gonna request it to see if it was consensual or not. Can you instruct him to take these handcuffs off of me because this detainment is unlawful?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Is he under arrest? Okay.
Could I have your name and badge number, sir?
Yeah, I'm Corporal McMurtry. My badge number is 203230. But if he's detained, do you have probable cause to arrest him?
He was obstructing my investigation.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you pause my video?
I'm gonna turn your phone off.
Oh, it's okay. I was gonna say.
At this scene, we have a cop who spotted a man just sitting in his car at a store. For some reason, he felt the need to walk over and ask the guy if he was just sitting around or planning to go in and buy some food. But honestly, what kind of question is that? How does it even matter to this cop? And how does it affect his day? The cop claimed the man had been in his car for a while, which he thought was suspicious enough to warrant a check. Since when is it a problem to sit in your car as long as you damn well please? Property, dude. However, things escalated when the cop asked the man for his ID, even though he hadn't done anything wrong. The situation heated up, and the cop even threatened to detain the man for trespassing. But when the man started to argue back, showing he wasn't going to be pushed around that easily, the cop realized he might have bit off more than he could chew, so he decided to back off and let the man go.
About people being on this lot, so that's why I'm contacting anybody over here who's not going to their businesses. You apparently have been sitting here for some time because you've been filming me, so I'm curious as to whether or not you're going to go and buy food or you're going to sit in your car. Because if you're going to sit in your car,
that's business.
Hold on. I'm going to inform you that if you don't go to that business or this business, you
This
need
is
to leave.
closed. There's no business here.
Yes, there is. This is Big Lots.
It's closed. They closed it down how many years ago?
It's
not a bit.
It's open right now. It's Big Lots, sir.
I just got a trespass letter on file from them probably 6 months ago. So I know that it's a business. So you can either exit your car and go to Wendy's, or you can go into Big Lots, but you can't loiter in the lot in your car.
And I have to do this right now just because you told me to?
Yes, or you can leave. Because it doesn't look like you're going to either one of the restaurants. I'm gonna
take my time and I'm gonna go do what I gotta do. You can't tell me to do it right now, right away like that. Nobody's trespassing me. The business haven't said anything. You can't trespass me just because you want to.
I'm telling you, they have letters on file with the Ventura Police Department telling us that if people are on their lot and they're not conducting business, they would like them to leave. So if you're not conducting business...
I just told you I'm going to conduct business.
Okay.
I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to rush.
Do you have an ID, sir?
I'll have to show you my ID. What time did I come in? I'm going to go get food and you're over here harassing me? Just because I'm videotaping you?
I'm advising you of trespassing at this point, so I need your ID.
I'm getting out.
No, you're not. Don't get out of the car.
Why?
Do not get out of the car.
Am I detained?
Yes, you are.
For what crime? What crime am I detained for? Just because I was recording you? I'm going to get something to eat. My niece is with me.
You just told me you weren't going to leave.
I said I'm going to get something to eat. I'm just not going to jump out of the car when you tell me to.
Okay. What's your name, sir?
I'm not giving you my name. I haven't committed a crime. I'm going to go get something to eat.
I'm telling you why you're being detained and why I'm stopping you.
I haven't committed a crime.
But you just told me that you were not going to leave.
I said I'm going to get food. I'm going to conduct business.
So you're going to do that now?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm not going to jump out of the car right when you tell me.
Well, you were just about to jump out of the car.
Well, you told me not to get out.
I'll wait for you to get out and go into business, and then I'll verify that you're doing business.
Am I detained or am I free to go?
You're free to leave.
Then don't harass me. Yes, you are.
I'm going to every one of your...
Okay, but I don't have to get out just because you're telling me to. You're not my boss, sir.
Okay, but...
You're not going to make me jump out of my car just because you're telling me to.
At this point,
I'm going to get food.
At this point, if you're refusing to give me your ID because I'm detaining you for an advisement of trespass, that could be an issue for you. Now, I'm willing to just walk away and let you go get your food, but you weren't doing that. You were over here filming me, watching me do my thing, so that was not meaning you going over there and getting
is that against the law, though?
If you're not conducting... Are we having the same discussion, sir, or are we having two different discussions? Okay, if you're gonna go get food, that's fine. Okay. But there's other people that come onto this lot. All the neighbors complain about people loitering on this lot. Okay. So that's why I'm letting you know that if you're gonna be here and not conducting business, you gotta leave. If you're conducting business, that's great. Go conduct your business, sir, okay? Thank you very much.
Trying to violate my rights. Trying to boss me around like he's my boss. He's a public servant. You work for me, sir. You work for me. I pay your taxes.